this video, I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Whiteboard on your mobile phone. This gives you the flexibility for taking online classes and you don't have to stick to your desktop computer. If you have saved some course material on your OneDrive or Google Drive, you can take online classes on the move. I will be using iPhone, but all the features of Microsoft Whiteboard application will be same for Android phones. In this video, I will be showing you how to use various tools and features available in Microsoft Whiteboard, how to create a whiteboard, how to delete or export whiteboard using Microsoft Whiteboard application. And there will be a second video in which I will show you how to share your whiteboard online using Zoom or any other video call application with your students who are using desktop or they are using a mobile phone just like you. So let's get started after a short break. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tahir and I make videos about educational technology tools for students and teachers and about some of the subjects which I teach. So if you are interested in these topics, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video on this channel. So I have installed Microsoft Whiteboard application on my iPhone and now I click on this application, and the first thing you should understand is that at the bottom you will see some tools, and if you click on the corner, lower left corner, a new tab will appear at the bottom of your phone. So there are two tabs and you can do certain tasks on any one of these. So this is one thing you should keep in mind, that some features are not available when you are in one of these tabs. And the most important of these features is the zoom feature. If you are in drawing mode, as you can see at the moment I am in the drawing mode, I cannot zoom while staying in this mode, and I will show you in a minute. So I will start from the three lines on the top right corner. If I click on these three lines, there are few controls available here, and the most important are three toggle switches: ink to shape, ink to table, and object snapping. And I'm going to explain this first. So at the moment ink to shape is turned on and ink to table is also turned on, and these two features are related to each other. So let's go back. And now coming back to these bottom tools, if you want to switch to other toolbar, you click on this blue tick at the lower left corner and it will switch to the other toolbar. And if you want to go back to drawing toolbar or drawing tab, you click on the pen icon at the lower left corner and it switches to those tools. So this switch you have to make very often if you want to use Microsoft Whiteboard on your mobile phone. And now I click on this tick once more, and now this is the toolbar I want to explain first. And one thing you notice that when you switch between these two arrows shown on the lower right corner stay the same, because those are undo and redo icons, and I will be using them in a minute. And now if I click on this plus sign, there are few options here. Starting from the bottom, when you are starting a new whiteboard, you can use any template. So if I click on template, many templates are available and you can use any of these templates. Let's go back. Then we have list and follow-up list, where you can create to-do list. So if I click on list, now you can put certain items in here. A small list will be created and you can place it anywhere. And if you want to zoom it, you click on the lower right corner and you can drag it and you can zoom or rotate this, and you can place it anywhere you want. And you click here on type here, then you start typing and click done. And similarly you can add more items. Now in this mode, if I put my fingers on the whiteboard and I close the distance between my finger, it will zoom out just like that. And if I put my fingers and I increase the distance between fingers, it will zoom in, and I can pan it just by sliding my finger on the whiteboard. But this zoom will happen only in this mode. If you are in the drawing mode and you put your finger on the whiteboard, you will of course start writing. Then you have follow-up list, and if you have assigned certain tasks to your students, or if you are using this with your team, to your team members, you can use this follow-up list, and it has similar features just like the list which we have just seen. And when you working on this list, if you look at the bottom, you have the option to delete this at any time. So let me delete this. Then note grid is the grid of sticky notes, and sticky note is the third option from the left at the bottom. So let us first see sticky note. If I click on sticky note, a sticky note will appear where I can type any note for my students or for myself. So once you have typed, you click done, and this will be on your whiteboard. And this note grid is a grid of sticky notes. So if I click on note grid, as you can see that now I have this grid which has 3 columns and 1 rows. And if I click and drag, I can move the position of these notes into columns, for example, from rows to columns and vice versa, or you can add more sticky grids. And once you want to clear all your canvas, you click on these 3 lines and then you click on clear canvas, and your whiteboard will be cleared. Then the next option is when you want to insert an image or you want to take a picture. You can do that by using these options. The next one is a text, and you can type text here and click done, and your text will appear on the whiteboard. You can zoom it just by putting your fingers and making them apart. And now the last option is a pen sign, and when I click on this pen sign, now I am in the drawing mode. And now here, if I click on this pencil icon, I can change the thickness of the pencil or the pen, whatever you call it, because we are using our fingers, or you can use a stylus if you want, and you can also change the color. So let me change this color and make it thick. And now if I draw something, as you can see, it's very thick. So let me draw a rectangle, and the rectangle I drew was not perfect, but because I have selected this ink to shape option, this is turned on, therefore it converted this to an approximately perfect rectangle or square, whatever you call it. The second icon from the right is undo once and twice. The right button at the bottom is redo once, twice. And now with my finger, I just started to draw a line in the middle of this, and the application has created a table for me. So now I want to zoom out to show you the complete table. So I click on this blue tick mark, and now I can zoom in this mode. And if I put my finger on the line in the middle, I can drag and increase the size of the column. So this is a table now. So let me make it smaller, and if I want to add a column, I press this plus sign, a new column will be added. If I want to add a row, I press this plus sign on the left hand side and a new row will be added. Again, I can put my finger on this row and I can change the size of the row wherever I want. So this functionality is because of this ink to table feature. So let me show you once again. I switch to draw mode, change my color, and I draw a rectangle first. And now if I move my finger anywhere in the vertical direction, just like this, it will create a table for me. So a very useful feature. And if I start writing inside this, let me write something, x square plus 2, and as you can see that when I am writing, the size of the cell is changing based on the size of my typing. And this Microsoft Whiteboard is so called infinite in every direction. Then there is next feature is a highlighter, which you can use to highlight any text, just like that. I selected highlighter and I moved my finger on the text. Then there is eraser. You can use to erase anything, just like that. I am erasing this and the size of the cell is changing as I am erasing all my writing from a table, and the table is back to the original shape. Then we have a ruler feature, which is very important. So let me first select a black pen and I draw a triangle, and now I click on this ruler. I can drag by just putting my finger inside the ruler, and then I can drag it. And if I want to rotate it, the feature is just like the zoom. I put my two fingers on the ruler, and if I make them apart, it turns clockwise, and if I make them closer to each other, it turns anti-clockwise. So this is the way you turn this ruler, and you can see the angle written in the middle. Then we have selection tool, which you can use to select any object on your white paper, and you can resize it or you can rotate it. So this selection tool, when you are in the selection tool, there are some other options at the bottom, copy or delete, these kind of things. So if you want to see all of your whiteboards, you click on this arrow on the top left corner, and these are all of my previous whiteboards which I have used to make tutorials for desktop, because I am using the same account. So these are all stored here, and by clicking on this plus sign you can create a new whiteboard, and the top whiteboard is the one which I have just created. So if I want to delete it, there are three dots at the bottom right corner of this whiteboard. I click on that and then I click delete. It will ask me to confirm, and I click delete, and the whiteboard will be deleted. And now the last feature I would like to show you is the export feature in Microsoft Whiteboard. And for this, let me select an older whiteboard with some math equations written on this. And this is a document which is very hard to create, and I want to export this in the form of an image from which I can create a PDF very easily. So to export this in the form of a vector or PNG image, I click on these three dots, and then there is export. And now I have two options, PNG and the vector format, which is SVG format. And the benefit of vector format is that the sharpness of the image never decreases no matter how much you zoom into the image. Vector images are very sharp. And at this stage I would like to clear a doubt as well. Something that if you create a PDF, whether from a PNG or from a vector image, which is the EPS format normally we use, your PDF will be sharp. But this is not the case. If you create a PDF from a PNG, it will not be sharp at a very high zoom in position. While the vector formats, SVG and EPS, they stay very sharp. And I have a separate video on why you should be using vector formats, SVG and EPS. You might want to watch that video as well. So I will put that video in card of this video. So you can click on the I on the top right corner of this video, and you will reach that video. So once you click on this PNG or SVG, it will give you the option to save this in files, or if you want to send this directly to one of your contacts in your mobile phone. If I click on this PNG, I can save this to my files, and I have some other options as well. And you will see the same screen if you click on SVG. And now you can save this to your files, and then you can create a PDF from that SVG very easily by watching my video. So that is it about this video, where I showed you how to use Microsoft Whiteboard on your mobile phone. And I think that I have covered all of the features, but if I have missed anything, please put in the comments and I will reply. And in the next video, I will show you how to share your whiteboard with your students in a Zoom meeting or in Google Meet or any other app. I have not decided which app I am going to use, but I will show you how to share your whiteboard online with your students. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, because that will help this video to reach more audience due to YouTube algorithm. And you also share this video with your colleagues, because that will help me grow my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.